huge trade deficit highlights importance of national strategy, which was launched on Thursday.
When I look at the implementation plan, I am very confident that we will see some gains in the area of trade, in the area of export.
Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I'm Leslie Ann Johnson Cornwall. Preliminary data from the Ministry of Finance shows that for 2016, total imports were $944.2 million, a reduction of $59.7 million over the previous year. But total exports were just $80.3 million, which resulted in a trade deficit of $863.9 million. Total exports have also been on a downward trend from $101.5 million in 2013 to $80.3 million in 2016. Ministry of Finance officials say this underscores the importance of the National Export Strategy, which was launched here on Thursday. The new strategy will be implemented over a period of 5 years, 2017 to 2021, with the aim of boosting Grenada's exports. The document was presented to Minister for Trade, Economic Development and Planning, the Honourable Oliver Joseph, by the Commonwealth Secretariat. Minister Joseph gave his government's commitment to develop the export strategy.
And ensuring that trade plays a major role in the economy, because it's the trade that will create wealth, trade that will create the jobs, trade that will create the growth in the economy. That is why this government is placing so much emphasis on trade. And that is why this government is so interested in this export strategy that will guide the process. And whoever comes as the Minister of Trade or whichever government, this is a document that you cannot ignore because it is for the country.
That's right.
It's for Grenada, not for me, the government. It's for the country, and it is one that will, once adopted and implemented, will yield results in the 5 years.
Despite the many challenges faced, the Grenada Cocoa Association says attaining fair trade status is a major achievement. It was just one of those listed by Board Chairman Christopher Williams during the association's general meeting on Thursday.
The association reached agreement with government to modify the Industry Act under the Compete Caribbean project. GCA received all the materials required for the installation of a complete solar drying system to be implemented at the Mount Horn Fermentary. GCA attained fair trade status. The board has taken steps to ensure that cocoa is being fermented and dried to meet international standards. A gift of fertilizer from Valrhona.
Despite these, the association was seriously affected during the last financial year by depressed prices on the international market and a decrease in production in the crop in the last 2 years. In 2015, income from the sale of cocoa was about $6.5 million, with a decrease of $1.5 million in the last financial year, and production also declined by about 20%. Mr. Daniel Lewis, Chief Technical Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, says they must seek creative ways to overcome these challenges.
To arrest the current situation requires a total paradigm shift in the way the industry does things and the development of effective, strategic, result-oriented actions. Already, I am pleased to say that the GCA has strategically ventured into value addition, which I think is geared at creating more opportunities for income generation of the association, while at the same time minimizing the over-reliance on the export of raw materials, which, as we are seeing today, is generally characterized by high levels of prices volatility and price fluctuations, which continue to plague the industry.
The meeting marks the end of area meetings between July 3rd and 12th, during which some farmers were issued share certificates, making them real equity owners. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
The power of soca, the lyrical content of calypso converge on one fantastic weekend. Semis Weekend, Progress Park. We are coming. Friday, 28th July. It's Soca semi-finals. 30 of the nation's biggest soca stars hit the stage as they transform Progress Park. And on Sunday, 30th July, 20 of the top Calypsonians engage the audience with hard-hitting commentaries. It's the Melody Papi Tet Calypso semi-finals. Showtime 5 p.m. Admission to both shows. Advance tickets $30. You pay more at the door. You must be there. Semis weekend, Friday 28th and Sunday 30th July. Spice Mass 2017. Come, let's play a mass.
The CEO of the Spice Mass Corporation, Kirk Cedarhall, says they anticipate a bumper season, notwithstanding the many challenges the SMC faces annually. During a joint meeting with the Royal Grenada Police Force on Thursday, the CEO said every year the corporation has to iron out several hurdles before it can stage the various events for Spice Mass. One issue that is always a headache for the SMC is repayment of debt and payment of prize money to participants. While the debt incurred has decreased, it remains a cause for concern.
The carnival can be viable because in 2016 we were $500,000 short on sponsorship from 2015. And that alone should tell you that had I had the same amount of sponsorship, we would probably almost be debt-free now. But as I said, it's continuous work in progress. It's always looking at how we can cut costs, how we can engage different things. Last year was the first year we ran the bar ourselves. And anybody would know as a promoter, the bar is where you make most of your money. So we are doing different initiatives to see how we can really put Spice Mass on better footing.
Cedarhall also addressed the constant cries of the Pan Association and enthusiasts that the art form is being given the short end of the stick every year. He suggested that both parties put their differences aside and work towards improving the art form.
But it's continuously a work in progress. I was at Pan Expressions this year, and as I was walking in, there were numerous calls for Panorama to be moved to Tantine because they believe that it's a more central area. Not only that, you can engage the Pan and feel, you can really relate to Pan there, but it meets objections with not with the Pan lovers or the spectators, but with the members. So it's always a conversation that we're having. They reach out to us, we reach out to them, but I think that maybe eventually we're going to have to put the egos aside and decide what's best for Pan in general.
He says every effort is being made to ensure that Carnival is safe and secure as it strives to maintain the status quo of being the safest country in the Caribbean. And the carnival fever is rising in Spice Country as the build-up to the climax intensifies. Hundreds jammed Carnival City Wednesday night for the semi-final of the Groovy Soca competition, and they were not disappointed. Trevor Thwaites has more.
The grooves were sweet as fans were given a treat of Spice music of the highest quality. There were plenty of admiration and appreciation for the 29 artists who had the crowd on its feet. Lavaman, Terror the Governor, Mandela Links, Major Dixon and former champion Black Adan were among the big guns who fired furiously. Lavaman did the most damage, amassing 233 points with his no personnel, followed in second position by Terror the Governor on 230 points with the complaint. Mandela Links was only a point adrift in third with his richness, while Major Dixon's bumper vibration earned him the fourth position on 227 points. Black Adan was only a point away, fifth on 226 with his last horn. Papi Boy and Valley Ned were joined sixth on 225, Baraka 8th, Alma Boy 9th, Scholar 10th, and there was a tie between Otis and Killer B for the 11th position. Mr. West brought up the rear in 13th position. They have advanced to challenge champion Short Pre and Carnival Friday, August 11th at the National Stadium for the Groovy and Soca Monarch finals. The Carnival tempo also rises this weekend with the semifinals of the Soca Monarch Friday and the Melody Papi Tet Calypso semifinals Sunday at Progress Park in St. Andrew. I am Trevor Thwaites for the National Report.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson, Cornwall.